In a move that simply made too much sense for it not to happen, Michigan named Mel Pearson its new head hockey coach Monday. Pearson worked as an assistant for 23 years in Ann Arbor under Red Berenson before leaving for a successful 6-year run with his alma mater at Michigan Tech. Now Pearson is back on the Wolverine bench, replacing his former boss. Pearson's Michigan Tech teams were rock solid, finishing each of the past 3 seasons among the nation's top 20. Huskies made the NCAA tournament twice during that span, won this past year's WCHA tournament, and were ranked #1 in the nation for the first time in school history early in the 2014-15 campaign. Mel Pearson, kind enough to join us now. Mel, Michigan fans know all about your ties to the Wolverines, but you have arguably as many ties to Michigan Tech as well. So when you add those in together, how difficult was your decision?
Hi, Rick. Good to be with you. It was a tough decision. You know, obviously I played at Michigan Tech. I had a great experience there as a student athlete, and I was an assistant coach there also. So I really enjoyed my time there. It was a great opportunity to go back and get head coaching experience. But I have a lot of ties here at Michigan, and you know, I spent a lot of years here with Red Berenson and the Wolverines, and I just think that the timing was right for me to come back, and it was the right decision.
You wasted no time in setting the bar expectation-wise. You said you don't want to be good, you want to be great. How do you get there?
Right. Well, you know, it all starts, obviously, with our team, with team defense. I think we've got to make sure we clean that up a little bit here at Michigan, but I've got to get to know the players, find out what their strengths and weaknesses are, and then just build upon that. And we've got some really good pieces here at Michigan, and I'm just looking forward to get on the ice and working with them towards that goal.
After more than 2 decades as an assistant, you replace Red Berenson. How similar are you guys as far as your coaching styles are concerned?
And I think we have a lot of similarities, Rick. You know, when you spend 23 years with a program and with a coach like Red, you pick up a lot of things, and I think he's a person who's really molded me as a coach. But in coaching, we're always trying to steal ideas from a lot of different places. And I think one of the really good things for me is I had the opportunity to go to Michigan Tech and try some different things. And I think some of those things were successful. So I'm looking to implement some of the things we did at Michigan Tech, as well as do some of the things that Michigan has done. So we'll try to blend those and come up with the right combination.
The assistant coach, head coach dynamic is always fun to watch. I know you joke that Red may have fired you some 15 times. You may have quit 10 additional times. What was the relationship like through all those years working together?
No, I had a great relationship with Red, and obviously really respect him, and not only as a mentor, you know, on the athletic side, but just the things away from the ice, and as a friend and a confidant. So, yeah, but he pushed hard, and I think that's one of the things I really learned from Red is that, you know, he wanted to be great too. And he pushed his players hard. He pushed his assistant coaches hard. And I think that's where I mentioned that, you know, maybe I wanted to quit a few times, and probably he got frustrated with me at times too. But he gave us a lot of leeway, and I think that's the other thing that I really appreciated about Red is he gave me an opportunity to become a coach and get involved in practices in all aspects here at Michigan. So we have a great relation still today. Just talked to him not too long ago, and we're going to get together and talk a little more hockey tonight.
Mel, Ann Arbor is a very familiar place to you, but the college hockey landscape, especially in places like Ann Arbor, has changed dramatically with the Big Ten. So as you return, it's no longer obviously the CCHA, but the Big Ten. And you got to view that conference in its infancy from a different perspective. What was the viewpoint?
Well, it's, you know, it was an interesting time in college hockey, and obviously there, you know, I think change is good, and it's taken a little bit of time for each conference to find their way a little bit, the new conferences, and I think the Big Ten is just starting to pick up speed. I'm really excited to be part of the Big Ten Conference, and now with Notre Dame coming into the league, I think it just adds to the strength and the dynamics of our conference. So I'm extremely excited about it. I think the fans are finally starting to recognize some of the rivalries that maybe we didn't have in the old CCHA and WCHA days. So I'm just really looking forward to it.
In one of the rivalries that you've always had, Michigan State. Interestingly enough, I think this is the first time ever that both the Wolverines and Spartans have first-year head coaches at the same time. What's your relationship like with Dan Cole, and what do you expect from the next chapter of that rivalry?
Yeah, well, I have a lot of respect for Danton Cole. He's done a fabulous job at the U.S. National Development Program. I've talked to him a number of times regarding players he had over there that we were recruiting, also about some scheduling. So I've known Danton for a long time, and he's a good hockey man, and I'm extremely happy for him and his family that he's getting this opportunity, his alma mater at Michigan State. But that won't change the rivalry. I know it's going to be as intense as ever, and you know, I know we're both looking forward to it. We both want to win bad for our schools, so nothing's going to change about that rivalry.
Mel, I know you're very busy right now. I also know Wolverine fans are extremely excited to see you back in Ann Arbor, so we appreciate the time. We wish you the best of luck.
Okay, thank you very much, Rick.